They have Twitch ambassador applications open. I think I had it open, but I didn't put in the form yet. I was gonna apply because it just lets me be in those conversations and talk to them. And that's like my area of special interest is, you know, features and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, they had a 2025 application here. I'll put it in right now. What did you do before your Twitch journey? What in tech? Okay, I'm gonna not narrate out loud everything I'm about to tell them. Okay, I summed it up in one sentence. They should be highly interested in what I'm saying. What life experiences have had the most impact on you as a creator? Becoming incredibly ill and nearly dying from it caused me to quit my former cushy job and stream as a serious hobby. This is so sad. But like, how else do I say it? Because normally I would never have quit that job I had if like that hadn't happened, right? It ended up putting me on track to be a full-time streamer. What else? What life experience have had the most impact on me as a creator? A lot of my experience in public speaking and managing others / some other stuff has helped me become what I believe is a person uniquely positioned. I'm writing this like so corpo. Uniquely positioned to have insights on parts of streaming from the back end that would normally go a bit unnoticed. Do I like how that sentence reads? It ended up putting me on track. Unnoticed is not the word there. Aside from being a streamer, what are your other interests? Video games. Can I say video games here? I don't think that's very unique, but there are streamers that don't play games. I'll say video games, parentheses, obviously. Yeah, it's valid. Tech, business, finance. What categories do you typically stream to? Just chatting. Do I want to put GTA here if I pivoted off of it? Because you could look at it and say I did, but if that's not the current goal. I'll say GTA 5, though that's been moved to an all channel. I'll say indie games, rogue likes as main gaming content. Tell us about your channel and your community. What should I tell them about us? Kaka poo poo. We spread doo-doo across the platform with love. We spread joy far and wide. So wide. we spread so much love to the platform. Real big. So wholesome. I'll forget the W. Oops, typoed. Oh, my bad. How do I word this, guys? I think we could go with that, right? Expanding the community to share love and joy. Oh, and everyone's so full of joy, they're gonna burst. When you come to this chat, you get so full of joy. What do I tell them about the community, though? How would you describe yourselves? A trainer army, okay. We're God's gift to mankind? Whoa. I'm sure your mom told you that. Very demure. Older, gayer, and better behaved than average. As my chat themselves have stated, they are, quotes, older, gayer. I'm just gonna say it because it's true. Because every time I've polled you guys, it's so true. And better behaved than average. It's completely true. I'm gonna put it in there. We're a very accepting community. I'd say we are. I know I love to like shit on people sometimes when they say something funny, but if that person is like, you know, reacting well to it and we're bantering, honestly, everyone coexists here. Someone could say some weird shit and I'm like, hey, I disagree, brother, but hell yeah. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say we've been a great gateway community for people from other communities and the VTuber watching community to find each other. Because that's something I've noticed about this chat. A lot of people that watch me, rather than watching a million other VTubers, there are also a lot of folks that found me through like friends of mine that are Flesh streamers, right? That are not VTubers at all. You know, obviously the GTA arc did a lot of that, but before that as well, there are a lot of people that found me through just random Flesh streamers and stuff. And I see comments all the time. They'll be like, I never thought I'd see you hang out with so-and-so or so-and-so or so-and-so, because they're just not used to like VTubers integrating, and vice versa. I'll invite a random Flesh streamer to a thing and they'll be like, I did not think I would see that person here. Right? So I think we've done like a pretty good job of that, just mostly because of who I'm friends with, and I think that makes us, I would call it a gateway community. So now let's describe the community a little more. So my chatters are generally tired tech workers. Are on average, because a lot of you are not. Are on. I'll say my median chatter is likely to be an older tech worker listening to me at work as if I were a podcast. I say something like, "Hey man, groceries are too damn expensive," to a relatively quiet chat that will then explode with people saying, "Hell yeah, brother, here is what I spent on
Hey GEEGA,
groceries."
Congratulations, by the way, on being
In the last
VTuber in the VShojo lineup.
Q group complaint session about inflation of pricing at the grocery store. We're a community that is very grounded in reality and loves to banter about everyday life. As my chat themselves have stated, they are older, gayer, and better behaved than average. I find this to be very true. Yeah. What do you feel makes your stream a unique part of Twitch? As per my last answer, comma, we're very much a gateway community. So what do we talk about, chat? What do you feel like we talk about a lot? Walkable cities. Wow, that's a lot of you who just said walkable cities in public transport. How would you put those topics together in a single word? Like, you could say, oh, these are just real life things, but that's not like current events. We're talking about tech. We're talking about advice. We do a lot of advice stuff, business stuff, infrastructure. I'll just say a lot of real world topics, like, because I did mention groceries before, obviously, but oh, millennial bitching. I'll say my chat told me to summarize it as millennial bitching. That'll be the last sentence. I like that. And I'll say it's definitely a more mature environment if you can ignore all the poop jokes and sift beneath the fecal barrier to find the business-minded people below. Do you like that? I'm also gonna put in here, I tend to hard steer away from political or similar discussion, as I always have. I'm throwing that in there. We are not that chat, and we will not be that chat. And I think it's fine for those chats to exist because people love talking about that shit, but I always want to not do that. If you like talking about those things, I do not think any lesser of you or anything like that. I don't hate it in that way. I just want to make sure that this chat is never the chat for it, right? Yeah, right. We talk about globalization, right? We talk about these things, but we leave politics out of it. We're just talking about like whatever's backed by data and some interesting things. What's interesting about it, right? Let's explore a topic, but it's never devolving into that stuff. Because I love talking about that stuff, but I can't. The moment someone's like, well, I think this about this guy, this world leader, I'm like, It feels like the dinner table at Thanksgiving for a lot of families, you know, when grandma starts talking about who she's voting for and you're like, But you talked about North Korea? Yeah, I did. We held a whole discussion without anyone getting weird about the politics of it. And that's what I like doing, right? Why are you applying to be a Twitch ambassador? I don't know. Why am I applying to be a Twitch ambassador? I really want to use my background and knowledge to push. Typed a couple extra words I didn't say. I love my knowledge on blank and blank and blank and blank to push forward Twitch as a platform. If I weren't a streamer, you should hire me as your CTO now. Hire me now for $1 billion. Not gonna write that, but they should. But I wouldn't take it. But they should. I'll be an interim one. I'll do it for a month. Twitch ambassadors positively contribute to the Twitch community, from being role models for their community to establishing new content genres, contributing active feedback, to having inspirational stories that empower those around them. Me walking in the room, I almost died and then I became a streamer. I got real sick and then I threw up. You should watch. Additionally, ambassadors actively provide constructive feedback on all things Twitch and embody what it means to #BleedPurple by engaging with the Twitch community in unique ways to help to grow and inspire. Okay, well, I feel like I already do this. If selected, how do you plan to positively contribute to the Twitch community as an Twitch ambassador? Well, first of all, I tell you that your form said an Twitch ambassador and not a Twitch ambassador. So basically saying someone who did their former work plus is also now a full-time streamer. I don't think there are many streamers. What I'm trying to say to them here is I don't think there are many streamers that have done remotely close to what I've done in my former work and then become successful streamers. I feel like there are plenty of people that do great work like that and stream as a hobby, but it's just like a side thing, and they're usually smaller streamers. And then people who had become big streamers or had made it successfully in some way, usually I'd say most of them didn't really have that type of career that I had, at least, or not the trajectory that I had, and then became streamers. They often left that kind of industry that they were in a little earlier, or you know, they were just like, oh, I was a programmer, right? So being able to be like, yeah, no, I'm uniquely positioned for this is what I'm trying to say here. But I also don't want to be like, I'm the biggest, smartest, whatever, but I don't want to like downplay it and be like, oh, I did a little job, August, right? Got to keep it very matter of fact. None of these baby ass streamers know about the SOPs. Yeah. In short, I am probably the streamer who has written the most SOPs. I'm in the top 10 of all Twitch streamers in count of unique SOPs written. Honestly, I think I could proudly claim that. Yeah, hell yeah. Ooh, if I could recommend someone else to the Twitch Ambassador program, who would it be and why? Ooh, this is hard because I have a lot of streamer friends that are great streamers, but that doesn't mean that they would in any way be particularly great at like recommending changes to features. A lot of people will rant and they'll be like, this feature sucks, but they could not suggest like an actual change to make like that's realistic and you know that would help the platform, right? That's like a more specific question. Not GEEGA. Oh, Nags would be good. Yeah. Actually though, because he has real experience in these things. I don't know how much he's talked about it, but he has said he used to do things in finance. He's a very business-minded person. You could tell by the way he runs his streams, the way he speaks, how deeply he understands a lot of these things and how he applies it to his streaming. And I think that's what they need. I don't think they just need big streamers or good streamers or people who have a lot to say on these things. I think they need people who actually know what the fuck is going on. Right? Submit. Woo! Make me an ambassador now. I want to tell you all about UX. I don't like how many clicks it takes for me to go up to the top of my activity feed and sort by my favorite or filtering my favorite filter criteria. I actually sent Mr. Byte back when he was still working for Twitch. I sent him a mock-up of how I would redo the little filter UI at the top of the activity feed. And I was like, I would actually add quick action buttons and I would add these and they would do this. I was complaining that if you wanted to temporarily filter things differently and then go back to your old filtering scheme that you have set up, that you have to re-click everything. And I was like, you could do it faster by having a preset like this, blah, blah, blah. And it was just... Now I can send it straight to the rest of the people at Twitch. That's my hope, at least.